So if we have a look at the documentation for the train test split, it can be quite confusing as to what it returns. So if we scroll down this here, you can see that the output that we get is over here. So it says that it will return a list, which will be length equals 2 times the arrays. So here, what's happening is, since we are passing in X and Y, it will multiply X, which is one element, and one element here. So this will get multiplied. So there are 2 elements. So 2 of them will multiply it by 2, which gives you 4 items. So essentially you can think of a 2 times 1, 2 times 1, add them together, and you will get 4 items. Now the ordering does matter. So X train is X test here. So the first one returns 2 elements, and these are over here. There's a positioning matters. So if you put Y over here and Y test over here, you're going to get the outputs from the X one, which is not what you want. So the ordering does matter. So if we have a look at, for example, this example, the more basic understanding, you can see over here. So you can see over here, we've got multiple assignments. So if I were to put this into brackets, so multiple items being returned, and if I were to run this, you can see that A has the value of 1, B has the value of 2. So if you were to switch the ordering of this so that B is over here and A is over here, you are going to get different outputs. So A now gets 2 because it's over here and 2 is over here. So the ordering, that's why it matters within this code over here, because your X is over here and Y is over there. So you need to make sure your X is over here and Y is the second part over here. So the function internally basically returns 2 items. So you can see here, for example, get coordinates as the same smaller example. So as train split, so here we just got get coordinates. Get coordinates actually returns 2 elements over here, or tuple. You can put these brackets over here if you want for clarity, but essentially it returns 2 items. Those 2 items get allocated over here. So the first one is X, so the 10 would get allocated over here, and the Y would get 20. So you can see the output is X in the word 10, which was the first item returned, and Y is equal to 20, which is the second item. And this is just happening, the same thing is happening with the train test split. It is returning multiple items, and those multiple items are being assigned over here. So it may look like some weird syntax because on the left side of the equal sign you've got multiple items. It's because the function returns multiple items, just as it does with the smaller example, which is I get coordinates. It returns 2 items, and those 2 items, as you can see here, get assigned 2 items on this side of the equal sign, get assigned from the values returned by the function. But the value returned is just a single value. It's actually a tuple data structure that gets returned.